Hey guys, I'm outside today because I'm picking some wild cherries. These are actually sour cherries that come out a little bit earlier than the black sweet cherries. So let me show you the parts so you can identify it yourself. First thing about wild cherries is they love these areas like this that are like wooded right next to a field area or a farm field or something like that. So this is just a small break of woods between a field here and a farmer's field on the other side. Okay, so here's the leaves of the sour cherry. As you can see, the difference between these and some of the other type is that they're wider on the top. They have still the same sawtooth look to them, but they're a little bit wider on the top than the bottom. Some of the other cherries are usually wider on the bottom and comes to a point at the top. Okay, and here's one of the cherries. Now they're a lot smaller than what you would see for commercial cherries, but one thing that makes these stand out, the sour cherries, compared to maybe your choke cherry or something like that, is that they have these little whorls where the cherries come out instead of being these long kind of grape-like clusters. So these can be red. They can even get, I'll show you in a minute how they can get to like a dark purple too when I start picking them. Now let's get into the bark. Here's one of the most distinctive things that I think you can see about the wild sour cherry. It has these kind of horizontal areas that go across. It looks a lot like a birch, and when you actually try to peel this bark off, it does peel off in long chunks, kind of like a birch would. It would be a great material to make a basket with or something like that. Cherry trees are also known for having the inner cambium layer that can be used for cordage, but this is basically the bark that you can look for to find the cherry tree. In addition to the bark is the flowers. A lot of the flowering cherry trees, they have a 5-petaled white flower that you see really early in the season, in the spring, and that's a really good identifier for a lot of the fruit trees. Here's one last thing that's very useful when you're picking cherries is a long branch, okay, with a little hook on it. You'll see, because when you look at these cherry trees, you'll realize that they are really big trees. Now this is the reason why, when you go to a place to buy cherry trees, they have dwarf varieties, because most of these trees grow so big that it would be hard for you to pick the cherries at the top. But with one of these, at least you can pull down some of the branches that are a little higher and pick them. So let's get to picking. Look at them all. Okay, it's starting to rain now, but here's the cherries that I picked, and this only took me, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes to pick, so it doesn't take too long if you find the right stand of cherries. All right, I'm going to go inside since it's starting to thunder out here.